Hey everyone, my name is Anna. Welcome to my channel. I decided for my next series of videos I'm going to explore the cognitive functions used by the MBTI system and specifically the function stack of the INFP personality type. Now obviously there is a ton of information out there on this topic already and I'm not formally educated on the matter, but I do have a profound passion and commitment to coming to my own understanding of things and to making sense of things in my own way. And I don't think that I'm right or that I have the truth on any topic, but honestly, I don't really think any one person is right or has the truth on any topic. I do think that there's a lot to be gained from sharing our various perspectives on things, if only to spark conversation and curiosity. And I promise you that everything I share in my videos comes after a great deal of thought and research and contemplation. So that said, a cognitive function, as I understand it, refers to a faculty of processing information about life. So taking in and thinking about and making decisions about life. And it was Carl Jung who originally proposed a theory of psychological types based on 8 cognitive functions that he observed, and the MBTI system is founded in and elaborates on Carl Jung's theories. And those 8 cognitive functions are feeling, thinking, sensing, and intuition, and the introverted or inward focused and extroverted or outward focused version of each of these functions for a total of 8. So in order to make sense of these functions, I conjured up an image for myself, and that image was of a lake. And within that lake, I saw the feeling function as the body of water. So an immersive, enveloping, relatively formless, and fluid state of being. And I saw the thinking function as the shorelines of the lake. So something that's giving form and organization and order and definition, helping to define the body of water as a lake. And I saw the sensing function as the various textures and temperatures in and around the lake. So the rocks and the plants and the mud and the sand and the wind and the sun and all these various elements that are giving forth a sensory reaction and a sensory response. And the intuitive function I saw as the unspoken communication, the silent cooperation and listening and receptiveness between all the various elements of the lake. As far as the introversion and the extroversion go, I saw the inward focus as everything that happens below the surface of the lake. So the internal workings, unobservable from the outside, contained and focused within the lake. And I saw the external functions as everything that you can see from the outside that's observable from the external world, that's extending into the external world, and that's creating a place for itself within the larger environment around it. So as far as I see it, the feeling function interacts with life in an immersive, formless, experiential way. The thinking function interacts with life in a shaping, defining, organizing way. The sensing function interacts with life in a responsive, palpable, physical way. And the intuitive function interacts with life in a listening, receptive, interconnected way. So each of these functions interacts with life with a different capacity and a different focus and therefore receives different information about life. But at the same time, all these different functions are working deeply in cooperation with each other and ultimately are completely and profoundly interrelated and inseparable. The theory proposed by Carl Jung and then the Myers Briggs system is that people show preferences for certain cognitive functions over others and then can be categorized into personality types based on those function preferences. And according to this theory, the INFP's preferred cognitive functions are, as most of us know, number 1, introverted feeling, followed by extroverted intuition, followed by introverted sensing, and then finally extroverted thinking as our inferior function. And the other 4 functions supposedly are delegated to our subconscious. And the use of these functions gives forth a way of interacting and relating to life that gives forth certain behavior patterns that then begin to describe the INFP personality type. Now, if you're watching this video, chances are that you, like me, feel a lot of resonance with the patterns described by the Myers Briggs system and feel that the descriptions of the INFP personality type ring true to your experience of yourself and your life. But as I dig deeper over the next few videos into the cognitive function stack of the INFP, I want to emphasize that I don't see these patterns as categorical or fixed, and certainly not as hard truths. And I think that there is a lot of nuance and fluctuation and gradients within these patterns in ourselves, in our lives, and between each other. So I guess what I would say is that even though I think there's a lot of power in recognizing and understanding patterns, I think it's even more powerful to hold these patterns lightly in our awareness, kind of wear them lightly, so that we don't limit or constrict our view, and so that this understanding leaves room for a more expansive and fluid experience of ourselves. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, in which I'll be exploring the inferior function of the INFP personality type, which is extroverted thinking, and looking at ways that we can manage and relate to this function that can be at times quite difficult for us.